Welcome to our channel, where we explore the legends and untold stories of Japan's mysterious yokai, the supernatural beings, woven into the heart of Japanese folklore. Yokai are far more than creatures of fear. They were born from our ancestors' awe of nature, and from the subtle stirrings of the human heart, the crystallization of an ancient imagination, and a reflection of the Japanese soul itself. Within these stories lie the quiet thoughts and feelings of the people who shaped Japan's culture and traditions. By coming to know them, you too will come to know Japan more deeply than ever before. Now, let us begin today's journey into the world of yokai.
The Kisaragi Station, a train station in Japan that does not appear on any map. In January of 2004, on a Japanese internet forum, a young woman began posting a message in real time. She wrote that something was wrong with her train. It was not stopping at any of the usual stations. The windows showed only darkness. The other passengers had stopped moving. And then her train finally stopped at a station. She had never heard of Kisaragi Station. A station that does not exist. A station from which almost no one returns. The 8th of January 2004, 11:14 at night. A young office worker boarded the last train home in Shizuoka Prefecture. It was a route she had taken hundreds of times, the same line, the same car. But that night, something was different. The train had been moving for over 20 minutes and it had not stopped at a single station. She looked out the window. There were no lights, no rice fields, no houses, no road, only darkness, racing past the glass. The reflection in the window beside her seemed wrong. Somehow, the other passengers slept in their seats. None of them moved. None of them breathed. At last the train slowed. It came to a stop at a small wooden platform deep in a black forest. The doors opened. The young woman stepped out. Alone, she looked up at the station name sign hanging from the platform roof. The kanji were strange, faded, out of focus, but she could just make out the name, Kisaragi. She searched for the station on her phone. It did not exist. It was not on any map, not on any train line, not in any database. She turned back toward the train, but the doors had already closed. And the train, with its silent passengers, slid away into the dark forest. She was alone. She continued to post to the forum. She told everyone what was happening. The strangers online were frightened for her. They told her to call the police. They told her to find a road. She walked through the woods, holding up her phone as a light. Far in the distance, she could hear the sound of taiko drums and bells. A festival, somewhere in the mountains. But there were no lanterns, there was no town. She came to the entrance of an old, abandoned tunnel. Standing at the mouth of the tunnel was an old man in a dark kimono. He stood on one leg. His other leg was simply not there. He raised a hand and spoke. "You should go back. You should not go any further." She looked away for 1 second. When she looked back, the old man was gone. A car appeared on the dark road. The driver was a middle-aged man she had never seen before. He told her he would take her home. She was exhausted and afraid. She got in. But the car did not drive toward any town. It drove deeper into the mountains. The driver began to mutter to himself. Soft, constant words she could not understand. His eyes never left the road. She looked down at her phone. Battery 7%. She typed her final message to the forum. "The driver is acting strange. He keeps muttering to himself. My phone is almost dead, please, help me." The phone screen went black. She was never heard from again. What happened to her after that, no one knows. Kisaragi Station first appeared in 2004 on a Japanese online forum. But it did not end there. More than 20 years later, in 2022, the story was adapted into a Japanese horror film. And ever since, similar reports have continued to appear. People riding the last train home at night. The train fails to stop at the right station. The platform they arrive at has a name they have never heard. The other passengers do not move. Some have returned to tell the story, but their accounts never match. Different stations, different times, different strangers in the dark. If you ever ride a late-night train in Japan, and you realize the train has not stopped for a very long time, and you see a station name you do not recognize, do not step off the train. Because once you leave the platform, Kisaragi Station may never let you go.
How did you find today's story? On this channel, we explore the legends and untold stories of Japan's ancient yokai. One by one, just as we did today, we hope you were able to feel the thoughts of those who came before us, hidden within these tales, and the subtle workings of the heart that lie behind Japan's culture and traditions. If you enjoyed today's story, please support us by subscribing, giving this video a like, and using the hype feature. It truly means a lot to us. Until next time, see you on our next journey.